So, a pleasant day to all of you. This is our week 2 for General Physics 2 and we will be talking about electrical potential. So, these are the targets at the end of the unit. The first one is to relate electrical potential with work, potential energy, and the electric field. And second, determine the electric potential. But before we go on with discussing the topic, let us have first a recall of what transpired last time. So, the first one, can you describe to me what is a charge? Let me start with Art. Aha. Can you recall ano ang ah, column charge ng proton and electron? No, the number. Ano ang charge mismo? Ilang column ang charge ng proton at ng electron? O sige, balikan kita. Baby Mary Rose, ano ang charge na ilang column ang proton at ilang column ang electron? Raised to? Very good. Anong pagkakaiba ng dalawa? Pag proton, yes, it's positive. Pag ganyan, okay. So, correct. How about law of charges? Barbara? Barbara? What are the laws of charges? Or the law of charges? Balikan kita. Darilyn? Okay, correct. Donna Flor, anong ibig sabihin nun, anak? Donna Flor? Oo. Okay, that's correct. So, when we have positive and negative charge, they will attract. But if we have two positive charges and two negative charges, they will not attract or they will repel. Edmond, what do you remember about Coulomb's law? Ano yung hinahanap natin sa Coulomb's law, Edmond? Nawala si Edmond uli. Jake, can you recall ano yung hinahanap natin sa Coulomb's law? Clue, it's letter F. Oh, okay. Oh, salamat sa mga sumagot, electric force. Pero ano nga ulit yung sinasabi sa Coulomb's law? Again, meron tayong dalawang charges. Ngayon, sa pagitan ng dalawang charges ay may distansya, correct? Now, the distance or the square of the distance has something to do with the force of attraction that exists between the two charges. Now, if we have positive and negative charge that are looking for the force of attraction, what can we expect? Is it repulsive or attractive attraction? Force of attraction. Ano ito? Repulsive or attractive? O, may positive ka and may negative ka. Is it attractive force or repulsive force? attractive. So, ano nga ulit yung sinasabi natin? That if we multiply, dito tayo sa pangalawang formula. If we multiply the charges of the two uh, particle and multiply it with the k constant and divide it by the square of the distance, we can get the force that exists between the two points or the two charges. Now, k is a constant. Ano ang unit ng Q? Jezreel. Ah, yes, ano ang unit? Ano ang ginagamit nating unit for Q? Okay, sige. Pero that's the quantity. Pero ano yung unit na ginagamit, Jubail? Anong unit ng charge? Oh, what's C? Okay. So, ang unit natin for charge ay coulomb. How about for distance? Jonard. Anong unit natin for distance na ginagamit for Coulomb's law? Yes. So, ang unit natin for distance is meter. Now, kung minanipulate natin yung yung equation and we try to cancel the units with the units present for the k constant, ano yung matitirang unit for force? Carl. Carl, ano ang unit na matitira for force? Okay, thank you, Maxine. So, ang unit natin for force is Newton. Now, let's talk about electric field. Ano yung sabi natin sa mga charges? Sa palibot nila, sila ay nag-i-emit ng parang aura. At itong aura na ito is called the electric field. Ano ang direction ng electric field ng positive ng proton? Is it inward or outward? Outward, correct. Ano naman ang direction ng electric field ng negative charge or ng electron? Okay, so papunta saan ang electric field pag itong positive at negative ay magkatabi? Papunta saan ang arrow ng electric field? Kayla? Papunta sa negative. So, the movement of the electric field is from positive to negative. But, if you could remember, if we have two charges of the same sign, makikita nyo that the position and the pointing of the electric field is away from each other. So, talagang hindi sila magko-connect. And of course, we have magnetic flux. Gaano kalaking electric field ang tumatama sa isang specific area. And the unit for that is Newton times meter square per coulomb. So, tandaan po natin yung ating basic information about electricity, the unit, electric field, and the laws of charges. Kasi lahat ng yan ay may application para sa lesson natin today. So, let us start with having an analogy ng gravitational force and electric force. Sige, kuha kayo ng kahit na anong material na meron kayo dyan. So, I have here my cellphone case. Tapos, bitawan nyo lang siya. Sige. Hawak kayo ng kahit na ano at bitawan nyo lang siya. Now, naturally, ano ang tendency ng mga materials na nabitawan natin? Ano ang tendency niya? Bakit siya malalaglag? Okay. Nakita nyo ba na may humatak sa kanya? Wala. Pero since there is gravity and we know that there is gravity, then we can say that it is natural for on Earth that if anything that goes up comes down. So that is due to the force called gravity or gravitational force. Now, in the same context daw, ano, ang mga electrons and protons ay behaving just like that. So, natural daw sa mga charges to move from a positive location or positive charge going to the negative charge. It's like gravity. Parang pagka merong bagay dyan, nalaglag siya, natural siya, at ang understanding natin, there is gravity na humila sa kanya. Sa mga charges naman, pag charges ang pinag-uusapan, if there is a positive particle and a negative particle, then the tendency of the motion is to go from positive to negative. And that is because the electrical force. So, I will not go over with this Venn diagram because we are looking into a more specific discussion about electrical force and gravitational force. So, at any rate, I have already given you a glimpse of what an electrical force and gravitational force is. Okay, this is your task. Kunan siya, screenshot nyo siya, tapos using your phone, di ba may pang-color dyan? Sige, hanapin nyo yung mga nakikita nyo dyan. And I'm giving you siguro mga 3 minutes. Sige, screenshot nyo siya, screenshot through your phone, and look for the words na makikita on the right corner of the screen. Now, after you have found these words, you will see a hidden message at the first half of this puzzle. And isulat nyo sa mga papel o kaya kung anong scratch paper meron kayo dyan, kung ano yung hidden message na makikita from this puzzle. So again, this is a timed activity. So it's 10:25 on my clock. By 10:28 or 29, tignan ko kung may makakasagot na sa inyo. And post your answer dito sa ating group chat. Okay, so I'm still waiting for your answers. Hintayin ko yung mga sagot ninyo. Kahit tapos o hindi. Kasi yung mga pinapasa nyo sa ating JC, nire-record ko din yan. Okay. So, ito yung ating mga thank you, Art. So, yan. Tignan nyo yung screen. Makikita nyo, after kung hanapin yung mga words, merong lumabas na hidden message. Pwede mo bang basahin, Art, since ikaw naman yung unang nag-send? Yes, yan yung hidden message, anak. Sige, pakibasa nga. O, sige. Sa inyo na lang, ano, pwede ba nating basahin ng sabay-sabay? 1, 2, 3, go! Electric potential is the potential energy per unit charge. So, that is the hidden message of the puzzle. So, ano ba yung gustong sabihin niyang hidden message na yan? So, let's continue with our discussion. So, kanina, sabi natin that gravitational potential energy is related with electrical potential energy. So, kanina, ginamit ko lang yung salitang gravitational force and electric force. But this time, we will go more into defining and relating potential energy, specifically electrical potential energy and gravitational potential energy. So, wag muna nating pakialaman yung mga images na nakikita natin dyan. Punta muna tayo sa pag-picture sa ating mga isip ng dam. Yung may tubig, watershed, ano ba ang kahalagahan ng mga dams? Sige, anyone? Ano ang kahalagahan ng mga dam? Kahit sino, pwedeng mag-open ng microphone. Bakit mahalaga ang mga dams? Good answer. So, dams are source of fresh water. Ay, di ba ang fresh water are the thing that our body needs. We cannot drink salt water kasi magkakaroon ng imbalance with the water inside and outside the cell. So, napapansin nyo, pag kayo ay pumupunta or nagsiswimming sa mga maalat na dagat, tapos medyo nakakapunta siya sa bibig ninyo, imbis na mapawi ang uhaw ninyo, lalo pa kayong parang gustong-gustong uminom. And that's the irony of that. Kasi merong ginagawa yung asin sa ating katawan. Kaya nga 'di ba hindi tayo pwedeng masyadong mag-asin kasi nagkakaroon ng imbalance with the water inside and outside of the cell. So that's one, we need fresh water, and one of the sources is to construct dams. Although meron naman tayong underground water, dahil sa matinding pangangailangan, lumalaki ang population, nangangailangan na ng mas madaming source of water. Kaya may mga dams. Ang hindi magandang benefit, sinisira talaga yung mga rainforest. So, another benefit of dam is that, di ba meron siyang, yun nga, yung dam, yung malaking paddle na yun, at doon pinalulusot yung tubig. Alam ba ninyo na sa loob nun ay merong umiikot na generator? Ano ang ginagawa nun? Anybody? Limuel, ano ang ginagawa ng generator na yun? Going to what? That's motion is already mechanical. So, going to what? Okay. But before, Limuel, ikaw pa rin ha, but before having that mechanical energy, ano muna yung meron? Kasi bago naman yun mapunta sa paggalaw, meron yung pinanggalingan pa na isang form of energy. Ano kaya yun? Okay. Last na, Limuel. Saan ba nakalocate itong mga dams na ito? Are these dam located on top or down below the surface? Yes. Mapapansin natin that many of the dams constructed are actually located into a higher level of soil. Why? Mas mataas yung location niya, mas may kakayahan siyang store ng potential energy. In that case, that potential energy is gravitational potential energy. And ano yung sabi natin kanina? that a gravitational force naturally is the pulling force. Yun yung parang natural na motion, ano, pag merong umangat, bababa, pag may inihagis ka, bababa yan. At inire-relate natin siya into electrical potential energy. So makikita natin in the image that the movement of the uh, energy or the movement of the force is from positive to negative. Now, hindi siya kinetic energy kasi nga siya ay parang natural na pangyayari. So, walang kinailangang input of energy para siya masabi na, oh, hindi naman yung potential, that's kinetic energy. So, as you can see, para siyang nalaglag. O, i-relate lang natin sa gravity, para siyang nalaglag from positive to negative. So, that is electrical potential energy. In the same manner, the pull of gravity is from a higher place to a lower place. That occurs naturally. Now, makikita natin that there is motion, correct? And if there is motion, yung potential energy is nako-convert into what form of energy? Physics 1, balikan natin. O, nandyan na sa formula. Joanna? When the particle is starting to move, ano ang nangyayari sa kanyang potential energy, Joanna? Is it increasing or decreasing? Chilin. Mary Joy. As the charge moves from positive to negative, ano ang nangyayari sa potential energy? Is it increasing or decreasing? O sige, kahit sino na lang. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. If you're confused, the answer is decreasing. Why? Kasi naggagalaw na siya or gumagalaw na siya. So, dahil gumagalaw na siya, nagkakaroon na siya ng anong form of energy? Kinetic energy. At ganun din pagka sa gravity. Ano? So, potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. Wait, this is not part of my presentation. Okay. Next. Okay. Another concept that I would like to add is the concept about conservative force. Ano yung sinasabi sa conservative force? Makikita ninyo that from point A to point B, gumalaw yung particle. So, meron siyang path 1, diretso lang. Meron siyang path 2 na nag-curve. At meron siyang path 3 na curve din. Now, if we measure the total path traveled, sa tingin nyo ba yan ay magkakapareho, yes or no? Pare-pareho ba yan ng length? Yes or no? Uy, huwag kayong mahiya sa akin, kayo sumagot. O, ano? I-measure natin yan. Sukatin natin yan. Yan ba ay magkakapareho ang haba? Yes or no lang, mga anak? Actually, the answer to that is no. Makikita nyo naman na ang pinakamaiksi dyan ay yung path 1 kasi diretso lang siya eh. Para kang nagpunta ng Pilili National High School tas lumipad ka mula sa bahay mo papuntang Pilili National High School ng diretso lang or lumiko-liko ka sa mga daanan sa kalsada. So, parang ganun siya. Kaya lang, pag sinabi natin conservative force, we do not account the, let's say we are computing for the work, ano, we do not account for the length of the path to the energy or to the work that is done while doing that motion. So, regardless kung path A ka, path 2, or path 3, pare-pareho lang ang value mo ng energy na na-consume. That's why nako-conserve yung uh, energy or nako-conserve in a manner yung force. Kaya makikita mo dito yung relationship nila. Yung work done, pag ang tinravel mo ay path 1, ay equal pa rin sa work done pag ang tinravel mo ay path 2. At equal din ito pag ang tinravel mo ay work 3. So, yun yung tinatawag nating conservative force. Ang kaibahan sa conservative and non-conservative, yung non-conservative, meron ng say yung dinaanan or yung direction. So, potential energy is used to denote electric potential energy. Ang unit nito is joule. I guess na lipat, ano. At any rate, okay lang yun. So, concept muna tayo. What is this? Delta PE. Paano natin binabasa yung delta? Ano ibig sabihin yan? So, that means change. So, yung change in potential energy is finding this is crucial since the work done by conservative force is negative change in potential energy. Later on, ma-realize niyo kung bakit siya negative pagdating sa symbol. Pero it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a not real number or it's the negative part of the integer. The negative sign, remember, in physics is regarded to direction. So, the change in potential energy is actually a negative 1 because of direction. Mamaya late, ma-realize natin kung bakit. Work done to accelerate a positive charge from rest is positive and its result from a loss in potential or negative energy. So, kaya daw siya negative kasi pabawas ang potential energy. So, pag meron ka ng work na ginawa doon sa particle na yon and it absorbs energy, then it will move. So, when it starts to move, the change of energy is from potential to kinetic energy. And when there is change from potential to kinetic energy, then the tendency of the level of the potential energy is to decrease. Kaya may loss na tinatawag. So, kaya siya negative is that there is loss of potential energy. Another, potential energy accounts for work done by a conservative force and it gives or added insight regarding energy and energy transformation without the necessity of dealing the force directly. Okay. So, dito dapat yung ating illustration about conservative force. But at any rate, okay lang yun. So, punta tayo ngayon with some playing of the units and quantities. Yung first equation, naaalala nyo pa ba to nung physics 1 natin? Mga anak, naalala nyo pa ba to? This is work. W here is work. Ano? Ano tong F and D? Sige nga, alalahanin muna natin to ano kasi medyo playful itong slide na ito. Work equals, ano yung FD? What is FD? What is force? F is force, correct. D here, mas gamitin natin yung tamang quantity. Very good. So, force times displacement is work. Ngayon, ano ang unit ng force nga ulit? Sa lahat na yun, ano ang unit ng force? O Coulomb, Newton, Newton, ano, Newton. How about displacement? Ano ang unit ng displacement? Position din yan eh, length din yan eh. So, the unit for that is meter. So, if you have meters Newton or Newton meter, the unit becomes, what's this? Joule. At ang unit na joule ay para sa work at ang unit na joule ay para din sa energy. 'Di ba nga sabi natin yung Physics 1, energy is the ability of doing work. So para ka magka-work, kailangan mong puwersa at kailangan mo nang mapagalaw in a certain distance yung itinulak mo para magkaroon ka ng work. At pag nag-work ka, meron kang in-exert na energy. Another. O ito, last lesson lang po ito. What is FE? And how do we find electric force? Ay, electric force. Electric force ba ito? Ano yan? Electric? Hindi yan force. Ano yan? Sorry. That's actually electric force. And to find for electric force, we multiply electric field times charge. So, tandaan niyo mga quantity, ay mga formula na may mga quantities na yan. So, gamitin natin yung formula na work equals negative change in potential energy from the previous slide. So, yung unang dalawa, recall lang natin yan from the previous lessons kasi makikita nyo kung paano natin magagamit yan as we go along with this slide. So, bakit nagkaroon ng A to B yung work? Remember, in potential energy, meron kang point A, which is the positive part or the charge, and you have B, which is the negative charge. So for you to move from A to B, you need to exert energy. And ano nga ulit yung nangyari sa energy, sa potential energy? Nabawasan o nadagdagan? Nabawasan. So that's why it's a negative because it's a loss in the potential energy. Okay. Ngayon, paano natin i-equate yung change in potential energy? Tatandaan natin that if we have the delta here, it's always final minus initial. So, i-dissect lang natin yung delta PE into, o palitan lang natin, meron kang potential, final potential energy, minus mo lang siya sa initial potential energy. Hindi mawawala yung negative sign. Nakakasunod? Now, we use FD from work. So, ginamit lang natin, remember the equality sign is always denoting na yan ay magkapareho. So, pwede mong gamitin si W, pwede mong gamitin si FD. In our case, for us to have a formula para sa mga computation natin, equate natin siya using FD. So, instead of using work, we use force times displacement, tas yun pa din yung PE final minus PE initial. Ngayon, meron tayong force, tama? Kinuha ko din yung force na lesson natin last time. So, anong ginawa ko? Instead of having F here, kinuha ko si EQ. So, na-translate si force into its component, electric field times charge. Nakakasunod ba, Einstein? O gusto nyo kayo magsalita para malaman natin kung litong-lito na ba kayo o kaya pa naman. Tuloy ko lang. Einstein. O sige, tuloy ko lang. So, again, original is W. Kinuha natin yung another muka ni W, which is FD. Ngayon, instead of using F, kinuha ko yung another muka ni F, which is EQ. That's why EQD equals the change in potential energy. So, the next thing is to get naman the change in displacement. Remember that displacement is the difference between the final position and the initial position. That's why EQ equals, kunin natin yung D. That's also position final minus initial position. So, displacement is final position minus initial position. What do we do next? Nilipat ko lang yung negative sign. So, parang tinimes ko lang siya into negative para makancel lang yung negative dito sa potential energy. So, pag minultiply ko si negative into negative, eto siya, positive. And since this is positive, positive times negative, naging negative siya. Next. EQ, negative EQ, distributive property tayo i-multiply natin siya sa nakaganon. So, negative EQ times position or final position equals negative EQ final position. Negative EQ times minus initial position equals positive EQ initial position equals, multiply lang natin yung sign. So, PE final minus PE initial. And what do we do next? We get the final formula in finding for final potential energy, that's EQ, negative EQ final position. And for initial position or initial potential energy, that's EQ times initial position. Kung nalilito kayo sa derivation ng formula, again, recorded naman ito, pwede nyong balikan doon sa ating video na i-upload ko. So, ulit. Etong dalawang nasa dulo ay ang mga formula na pwedeng gamitin to find potential energy. Or in short, PE equals negative EQY. Ngayon, ano yung relationship nito doon sa kanina ko pang sinasabing potential energy, gravitational potential energy? Sa ano mapapansin natin, meron siyang tatlong quantities. At makikita natin that the last part are both dependent into the position. Height is dependent into the position, and Y here denotes the position per se. So, pareho ang manner ng pag-find ng potential energy, ng gravitational potential energy, and electrical potential energy. So, may tatlong quantities tayong minumultiply. So, kanina ko pa sinasabi itong electrical potential energy. Pero another concept that is related with electrical potential energy is the term electrical potential. So, yung tumutulak dito sa charge na ito or sa particle na ito para siya mapunta into that negative part. So, electrical potential is the potential energy per unit charge. Ibig sabihin, gaano kalakas na enerhiya ang kinakailangan para mo mapagalaw ang particle na ito or ang specific particle na ito. And we use electrical potential to measure that. So in short, electrical potential denoted as V equals potential energy divided by Q. So, ano ang unit nito? Higi nga. Ano ang unit ng electric potential? Ano ang unit ng potential energy? Anyone? Energy. Lahat ng energy magkakapareho ng unit. Ano ang unit ng potential energy? Joule. Ano ang unit ng charge? Charge. Coulomb. So, anong unit ng electrical potential or electric potential? Joules per coulomb. So, yun ang unit ng electric potential. Yan lang gagamitin lang natin yung unit nito and divide lang natin siya into C. So, that's J over C. So, potential energy is proportional to Q. The dependence on Q cancels, thus V does not depend on Q. So, hindi daw nakadepende ang electric potential into the charge. So, take note of that. So, the change in potential energy is crucial, and so we are concerned with the difference in potential or potential difference or delta V between two points. So, it's either you use V lang or pag meron ng paggalaw or yung pagpunta from point 1 to point P, meron ng change in potential, electric potential. Kaya meron tayong VB minus VA equals delta PE over Q. Huwag kayong malilito Itong nasa taas, that's the basic formula. Itong nasa baba, nagkaroon lang ng pagbabago. At pag nagkakaroon ng pagbabago, mina-minus lang natin from initial to final. Or final to initial, I mean. Another thing, the potential difference between points A and B or VB or yung final minus VA or yung initial is defined as the change in potential energy of a charge Q moved from A to B. So again, pinapakita lang nung formula na may delta PE na nagbago or may pagbabago from the movement or the value of potential energy, I mean, as it moved from point A to point B. So again, the units of potential difference are joules per coulomb or, narinig ko na to kanina, V. And it is named after Alessandro Volta. So ano ang unit ng electric potential? Joules per coulomb or V. And 1V equals 1J over C. Take note of that. So, ano yung ibig sabihin nito? Ang isang volt ay ang potential difference or yung change in potential energy or electric potential between 2 points in an electric field if 1 joule of work is done to moving 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another. So, para mo magalaw yung point, para magalaw mo yung 1 coulomb charge from one point to another, ang kailangan mo ay isang joule of energy. And that is equivalent to 1 volt. So, what about voltage? So, voltage is the common name for potential difference. Whenever a voltage is quoted, it is understood to be the potential difference between 2 points. Familiar tayong lahat sa mga dry cell. meron niyang positive terminal and negative terminal. Nakikita natin 3 volts, 1.5 volts, 9 volts, 12 volts. Yung voltahe na yun ay ang kailangang potential difference para mapagalaw mo yung particle from the positive to the negative terminal. So that's the meaning of the voltage in the dry cell. So in summary, the relationship between potential difference and electric potential is given by this. Voltage is not the same as energy. In context, a motorcycle battery and a car battery can both have the same voltage, yet one stores much more than the other. And car battery can move more charge than a motorcycle battery, although both are 12-volt battery. So parang it would want us to understand na hindi kapareho ang voltage sa energy. Remember that energy's unit is joules, while voltage is joules per coulomb. Kasi ang mini-measure ng voltahe ay ang amount of energy na kinailangan para pagalawin ang 1 unit charge ng particle. So, meron ka ng itinutulak. So, that's voltage. Pero yung energy, yun lang yung work na kinailangan para paggalawin siya. Pero pag may involvement na paggalaw ng charge from one point to another, we are talking about voltage. Okay, punta tayo ngayon into this example. Pakibasa nga, Joanna. Okay. Wag muna nating anuhin yung pinakang problem. Meron tayong dalawang plate, positive plate and negative plate. Meaning to say, meron tayong area na positive charges at meron tayong area na negative charges. And again, what's the tendency of the motion of the charges? To move from? Very good. So, that's the motion. The natural motion. So, parang gravity, pababa palagi. Pero pagdating sa mga charges, the natural motion is to move from positive to negative. So, ano daw yung meron tayo? Meron tayong positive na particle. So, the positive particle ay may charge na 50 microcoulomb. So, pag microcoulomb, i-convert pa natin yan into coulomb. At ano yung sabi? It moved from point A to point B. So, ang electric field na na-create to that is 2 times 10 raised to 6 Newton per coulomb. At ang height ng mga points na ito ay 80 centimeters at 20 centimeters. Point A, ang height niya is 80 centimeters. Ang point B naman, ang height niya is 20 centimeters. In summary, meron kang positive charge. May value siya given in the problem at siya ay gumalaw from point A to point B. So, yun yung situation. Ito yung mga tanong. Una, calculate the electric potential energy at points A and B. At pangalawang tanong, how much work is done to move the charge from point A to B? At pangatlong tanong, what is the electric potential at points A and B? So, let us start with A. Hanapin muna natin yung potential energy. So, ano-ano yung mga given natin? So, meron tayong electric field, 2 times 10 raised to 6 newtons per coulomb. Meron tayong charge, and Q is equal to positive 50 microcoulomb or 5.0 times 10 raised to the negative 5 coulomb. So, yan na yung gagamitin natin na value ng charge. Meron pa. Meron tayong height or yung position. Ang height natin or displacement or distance ay dinenote natin as y. Remember sa Cartesian plane coordinate system, ang ating y ay yung laging nakatayo. Kaya ang ginagamit natin na symbol is y. So, yung point A is 80 cm. Kinonvert natin siya into meters. Can you follow? And the point B is 20 cm and that is converted into 0.20 meters. And what is or are the requirement? So, ang A natin is the potential energy ng point A at point B. And if we go back, hindi na ako babalik sana na-lecture ninyo. And if we go back to the previous slides, we have identified the formula in finding potential energy. B is work, and C, potential, electric potential at points A and B. So, i-absorb muna yung problem. And kung may lecture kayo, balikan nyo yung mga formula na na-derive ko or natin at the beginning of the presentation. Now, let's start with solving for A. Ano yung formula natin? If you remember, potential energy is equal to negative EQY. So, let's start with finding for the potential energy dun sa point A. So, we substitute the value. So, makikita natin, electric field is this value. The charge is this value. And the position or the height is this value. And what's the final answer? So, that's 80 Newton meters or joule. Bakit siya naging Newton meters? Makikita natin that the coulombs for the electric field is located at the denominator of the expression. Ito namang pangalawa, siya ay nasa ibabaw. Numerator siya. So, makakancel yung C. Matitira si Newton, matitira si meter. Ang matira natin dito is Newton meter. At anong sabi natin sa work? Force, displacement, force is Newton, displacement is meter. Newton meter is also equivalent to joules. Now, if you want to solve for this equation, you have your calculators with you, pwede nyong i-press and you'll get 80. Anong nangyari sa mga symbols? O negative times negative, it becomes positive. I hope you can follow. So, remember, we have two formula for potential energy from points A and B. Now, we are going to have the same formula in finding potential energy for B position. So, ganun lang. I-distribute lang din natin. I-substitute lang din natin yung values. And you perform necessary operation, and that's multiplication. And finally, you cancel the units that are to be canceled, and you get 20 Newton meter or joules. So, that's the potential energy. Pag na-compute mo na, that's the potential energy from point A to point B. So, anong napansin nyo sa potential energy? Mga anak, ano ang napansin sa potential energy? Uy. Ano ang napansin nyo sa potential energy? Bumaba. Bakit siya bumaba? Balikan yung illustration. Bakit siya bumaba? Oh. Remember, pag nasa mataas na position ang isang object at hindi pa ito bumababa, nasa maximum yung kanyang potential energy. Ibig sabihin, meron siyang potential na enerhiya na makapagbigay ng kinetic energy. So, dahil hindi pa siya nalalaglag, ang tanging meron siya ay potential energy. Now, from the point na siya ay nagsimulang malaglag, mabilis ba niya kaagad? Yes or no? Nandun pa lang siya sa taas, nawala na siya doon sa kanyang position, habang siya ay nalalaglag, mabilis ba kaagad siya? Yes or no? No. So dahil siya ay hindi pa ganun kabilis, ang kanyang potential energy ay mataas pa din. Ngayon, habang siya ay bumababa ng bumababa, siya ay bumibilis ng bumibilis. At ano na yung nangyayari sa potential energy? Nako-convert into? It is converted now into kinetic energy. If there is conversion of potential to kinetic, what happens to the potential energy? It decreases. So, kagaya din sa charges, yung electrical potential, habang siya ay nasa position pa ng positive na pinanggalingan niya, punong-puno siya ng potential energy. Habang siya ay papalapit na ng papalapit sa electron or sa negative charge, the tendency of the potential energy is to decrease. And that is basically shown in the solution for the first item. So, makita ninyo that A as initial and B as final, nag-decrease yung energy from 80 to 20. So, dahil nagkaroon ng pagbawas ng potential energy, negative yung change in potential energy. In the opposite manner, positive naman ang kinetic energy. So, it always means that work done is always positive or will be done positively. Now, let's look for the second item. Ano yung sabi? Look for work. At ano yung formula natin from the previous slide? Work equals delta negative change in potential energy. So, we substitute the values. So, minus lang natin yung 20 joules to 80 joules. Kasi ano yung sabi natin sa potential energy? Delta. Potential energy final minus potential energy initial. So, final potential energy is 20 joules. Initial energy is 80 joules. So, 20 minus 80 gives you negative 60. But since it is negative change, the end answer would be 60 joules positive. I hope you really can follow. Ano? And last item. So, ano-ano yung mga given natin? We have potential energy in the initial position, 80 joules. We have potential energy computed for the final position, 20 joules. And we have the work done, which is 60 joules. So, ano lang yung gagawin natin? Kunin lang natin yung electric potential. So, how do we find that? So, we use the formula V equals PE over Q. So, for A, ang electric potential ng position A ay 80 joules, divide natin sa value ng ng Q, which is 5.0 times 10 raised to the negative 5 coulomb. And we have 1,600,000 volts. So, ganun kalaki yung voltahe. Napakalaki niyan. How about for electric potential ng B, position B? 20 joules divide 50.0 times 10 raised to negative 5 coulomb. You have 400 joules per coulomb or volts. Did you know that using the electric potential, you can also find the work done. And how do you do it? So, you get, you get the change in charge, negative charge times change in voltage or electric potential. So, gamitin natin yung formula na ito. So, ang charge natin from the given problem is 5.0 times 10 raised to the 5th power coulomb. And kunin lang natin yung difference ng electric potential from solution C. Eto. Ayan. Makukuha din daw natin itong value ng work na ito. So, again, You subtract 400 to 1,600,000 and you get negative 1,200,000 joules per coulomb. You multiply it with the given charge of the particle, which is 5 times 0, 5.0 times 10 raised to the negative 5th power coulomb. And as you can see, yung column dito ay nasa baba, ang column dito ay nasa itaas. What happens to them is that they get cancelled. Ang matitira ay J, and J is a unit for work or energy. You multiply 5 times 10 raised to negative 5 to 1,200,000. At ang makukuha nyo using your calculator, I hope you have your calculators with you, is 60 joules, which is the same amount of the work done when we solved for B in the previous slide. Ayan. So, that's it. Try nyo nga ito. Hindi. Akin pa pala ito. Another example. Ito medyo madali lang. What is the potential difference between 2 points in an electric field if it takes 600 joule of energy to move a charge of 2 coulomb between these 2 points? Ano nga ulit yung potential difference? We just divide potential energy to charge. So, divide lang natin siya. 600 divide 2. You have 300 joules per coulomb or 300 volts. So, ano yung sabi dyan? Para mo mapagalaw, ayan o, para mo mapagalaw si 2 coulomb charged particle, kailangan mo ng 600 joules. And this is equivalent to 300 volts. So, ganun kalaking voltahe yung kinakailangan mo. Okay, so balik ako doon sa isang analogy na binigay ko kanina. So, this one, the red one, is electric potential energy. The black one is gravitational potential energy. So, the E here is charge. Ang M naman is mass. Q is electric field. J is gravity constant or acceleration. Y is dependent on the position. H is height, which is also dependent in the position. Since we are most exposed to kinetics, meaning to say, lagi lang tayong nandun sa work, power, and energy, na diniscuss natin yung physics 1, mas madaling alalahanin itong MGH. Pero what this part of the lesson wants you to remember is that if you can remember finding for potential energy or gravitational potential energy, which is MGH, you can also find for electric potential energy. And that is multiplying electric field to the charge and to the position. So, para maalala nyo yung potential energy, yung electric potential energy, you remember or you associate with this with electrical or potential, for gravitational potential energy. Sige, pakisolve nga ito. Bigayan ko kayo ng 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, mag-alala, malapit na tayong matapos. Gusto nyong i-screenshot yung ginawa natin nung nakaraan o meron na kayo? Sige, screenshot nyo to. Paki-SS yung problem muna para meron kayong basis. Yan. Paki-SS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Given. Given muna tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Solution for A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Solution for B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pwede na ako mag-online selling, no? Solution C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this one naman ay ginawa ko lang. This is additional lang ano, pero this is not actually part of the main solution. Pero this one, pinakita ko lang na pwede mong hanapin ang work sa pamamagitan ng paggamit ng mga electric potential values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, another problem. Ito madali-dali kahit hindi nyo na masyadong bigyan ng effort kasi divide lang naman siya. But still, this is the solution. Okay, I am asking you for this example. Five to 10 minutes, go. Okay. So, how do you solve for A? Anong ginawa ninyo dyan? Anong ginawa nyo dyan? Anybody? So, from the equations, isn't it that electric potential is potential energy over Q? Tama? So, from the given base formula, ano yung sabi natin? Electric potential, wait lang. Ayan. Electric potential, ano yung sabi? Potential energy over Q. Pero ano yung hinahanap natin? We will look for potential energy. So, i-derive natin yung formula of PE. So, PE, cross-multiply lang natin siya. So, ang formula na natin becomes electric potential times charge. And i-multiply lang natin yan. And finally, ano ang makukuha nating sagot? 0.021 joules or 2.1 times 10 raised to negative 2 power joules. Sino ang nakakuha ng kaparehong sagot? Tapos for letter B, yun din yung gagawin ninyo, but this time, ito naman yung situation natin. So, you multiply 500 volts to negative 60 microcoulomb or negative 6.0 times 10 raised to the negative 5 power. But this time, it's negative. So, ano yung magiging sagot natin? It's negative 0.03 joules. So, for letter A, we have, sorry, so for letter A, it's 0.021 joules. Sir, ano pong ginawa? Paano po nakuha yan? Oh, you use this formula. Saan po galing yung formula? Dito po sa original nating formula for electric potential. Sir, paano po mag-solve? O ito, i-convert mo muna sa coulomb. Tapos multiply mo lang siya sa 300. Remember that V, anong unit ng volts? J per coulomb. Oh, may coulomb ka dito, makakancela nung matitira. Meron kang joules. Kaya ang unit natin dyan ay joules. For letter B, this one is an electron kasi negative siya. So, the final answer for this one is 0.03. Pasensya na kayo at mouse lang ang aking ginagamit. Joules. So, pakisend sa akin sa ating GC ang inyong solution. Ano? Exercise lang naman ito, but I'll be requiring you with the solution so I can know na merong idea or na-gets yung ating concept. So, lesson summary natin. Electric potential energy and gravitational potential energy have similarities in concept. Ano ang unit ng electric potential energy? Joules. Ang voltage ay tinatawag ding potential difference is the change in potential energy divided by charge. At ang unit ng voltage ay volts or joules per coulomb. Sige. Exercise tayo. Final activity. Answer the following. Number 1. What is the... Sa ano tayo? In message call. In call messages. Pakisulat yung inyong sagot sa 1. What is the potential difference between 2 points if 1 joule of work is required to move 1 coulomb of charge between 2 points in electric field? Ilang volts yun? A, B, C, or D? Pakisulat ang sagot sa in-call messages. No, tignan niyo yung values na yan. Parang nakakalito. 1.0 times 10 raised to 0 volts. Diba ang law natin for exponent? Any number raised to 0 is 1. So, if you raise 10 to 0, it is 1. So, that would be 1.0 times 1, and that is 1 volts. So, the answer is A. How about for number 2? The diagram below represents a positively charged particle about to enter the electric field between two opposite parallel plates. The electric field will deflect the particle saan? A, into the page. Pag sinabing into the page, parang papasok siya doon. B, out of the page, palabas ng screen. C, toward the top of the page or papunta siya doon sa positive, or toward the bottom of the page or papunta siya sa negative. Answer? A, B, C, or D? Number 2. O, tignan natin kung letter D ang sagot. Karamihan, halos lahat ay D. Correct, letter D. Remember, opposite charges attract the same charges repel. Number 3. Which electrical unit is equivalent to 1 joule? O, 1 joule. So, tignan nyo yung huling-huling problem natin. Volts equals potential energy over charge. So, pag kinonvert mo yung formula, potential energy equals volt times coulomb. Letter D. O, diba? Sino nakatama? Wala. O, ulit. O, balikan nyo yung problem, o. Ito, PE equals V times Q. Ano ang unit ng V? For voltage, V. Ano ang unit ng Q? C. So, V times C. That's letter D. Oh, sana na-gets yun. Number 4. If 60 joules of work is required to move 5 coulomb of charge between 2 points in an electric field, what is the potential difference between 2 points? O, potential difference lang yan. Magde-divide ka lang. Okay, tingnan natin yung iba. B daw. Sure ba kayo dyan? Ang sagot ay letter B. So, you just divide 60 joules by 5 coulomb. At ang unit natin is joules per coulomb or volts. Number 5. Which combination of units can be used to express electrical energy? O yan, electrical energy na. C, 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 C. Okay. So, parang kapareho lang yan nung kanina sa number 3. So, electrical energy is volts per coulomb. Tandaan nyo ang volts ay joules per coulomb. Ano? Volts per coulomb. So, pag tinimes mo siya sa C, ang matitira sa'yo is joules. And that is basically the unit for energy. Number 6. Which among the following is true? O, kanya-kanyang basa na lang po. Ano number na to? Number 6. Alin dyan ang true? Sige, letter B ba? O, tignan natin. Letter A. Gravitational potential is location-dependent quantity that is the independent from the mass of the object experiencing the field. Yan. 7. Electric potential energy is dependent upon at least which two quantities. So, saan daw nakadepende ang electric potential energy? So, balikan nyo yung unang-unang formula. EPE equals EQY. 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 So, sa tatlong yon E, Q, at saka Y, alin sa dalawa nakadepende ang potential energy? So, the answer here is letter C. So, remember, it is always dependent on the electric charge and the distance from the source. Number 8. What is the potential energy per charge? Number 8. O, yan yung huli. I mean yung simula, yung ating activity. Okay. Sige, tignan natin yung iba. So, the answer is letter B. So, tama yung mga sumagot. Number 9. What is the difference in electric potential between the final and initial location when work is done upon a charge to change its potential energy? So, for number 9, it's letter D. Correct. Potential difference. And number 10, if the electric potential difference between two locations is 3 volts, how many coulombs of charge will gain 3 joules of potential energy? So, parang ang basic naman ng tanong. O, PE. Q equals PE over ilan yun? V. Q equals PE over V. O, 3 sa taas, 3 sa baba. Ilan yun? Divide. Ayan. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B. Okay, before I end my presentation, I would just like to uh, remind again all of you of the following. Number one, this video will be uploaded in the YouTube channel. Although we have some presentation difficulties, parang may napalit na presentation, hindi ko nabura yung isang slide. At any rate, your focus should be the following. Yung derivation ng formula, I really would want you to learn the art and skill of deriving the formula into, having another formula. And second, I always teach my learners to memorize the quantity and the corresponding unit for that quantity. Napakagandang ma-master nyo na ang quantity na distance, displacement, length, height ay may unit na meters. So, yung mga ganun. Ang mass ay para sa kilogram, ang charge ay para sa coulomb, ang force ay para sa newton, at ang energy ay para sa joules. Yun yung ilan sa mga dapat memorize natin by heart kasi sometimes malilito kayo sa computation pero dapat sa final answer correct yung unit kasi pag namali yung unit, definitely mali ka agad yun. Okay? So another reminder, please submit your title sa research. Meron kayong tatlong grupo, meron kayong GC, pag-usapan na ninyo. And then, another reminder, please expect asynchronous classes during the two-week break. Meron po tayong madaming dapat ayusin sa ating mga lesson. And, tomorrow, babalik muna ulit ako. Hindi pala ako babalik. Gagamitin ko ulit yung Martes muna ulit for research. Wednesday ulit tayo magkakaroon ng chemistry. Okay? So, by today, I hope matapos ninyo yung inyong research para sa capstone, yung mga pinapatapos ko. Para bukas, yun ang pag-uusapan natin. And we can share information on how you will formulate your research questions. Or if so, or if possible, we can already formulate the research questions tomorrow para meron na kayong na tatapos. Again, thank you very much for staying for 2 long hours. I really appreciate your time and maraming salamat sa inyong pakikisagot at pakikiparticipate with our online discussion. This will be uploaded in my YouTube channel. I will also have the the slide prepared for you as JPEG format. So, i-send ko na lang din yung link so you can check your materials. Lastly pala, again, sa chemistry po natin, paki-note naman kung payag kayong gamitin yung inyong ginawang videos para ma-download ko at ma-upload ko sa channel ko. Para yun ay pwedeng mapanood at pagbasehan ng iba. Kasi ang gaganda talaga ng outputs ninyo. So, there, you have it. Have a sumptuous lunch. God bless you all. Thank you again and goodbye. Pwede na pong mag-leave. Salamat po sa inyo ng madami. Yes, meron. Pahintay na lang po sa ating Google Classroom. Yung inyong pinapasend ko sa GC, yung computation, kailangan ko po yung makita at ma-record. Salamat!